Have you ever recorded a video on your phone, noticed how perfectly sharp it is, and wondered why it doesn't look like a movie? When we watch a massive sci-fi adventure or a tense action sequence, there is an invisible quality to the image that makes it feel grand. To understand that movie magic, we have to start with the baseline default for most cameras, the spherical lens. These are designed to capture the world exactly as human eyes see it, without any bending or warping. A spherical lens takes in the visual information from a scene, left to right, top to bottom, and passes it evenly straight back onto the camera sensor. Because it's perfectly symmetrical, it produces a very standard, squarish, highly accurate image. But here is the catch. Capturing reality with perfect clinical accuracy rarely creates the feeling of being pulled into a larger-than-life story. For that, filmmakers rely on a completely different piece of technology. The invention of this special movie look actually traces back to the 1950s. At the time, televisions were rapidly invading living rooms across the country, and people were perfectly happy staying home on the couch instead of buying movie tickets. Theaters were in trouble. A major part of the problem was that the giant screen at the local cinema and the tiny TV set in the living room were basically the exact same squarish shape. Hollywood needed a reason to get people out of their houses. Their solution was scale. They decided to create massive, sprawling, widescreen vistas that a boxy home television physically could not even begin to display. There was just one massive technical roadblock. Motion picture cameras still exclusively shot on standard 35mm film, and as you can see, those physical film frames are small and square. The studios had to figure out how to mathematically force a giant, sweeping rectangular landscape onto a tiny, square piece of film if they wanted to survive. To solve this, engineers created a brilliant mechanical hack, the anamorphic lens. Instead of using standard, perfectly circular glass, an anamorphic lens is built using glass elements that are shaped like tall ovals. This oval glass introduces a squeeze factor, acting like a funhouse mirror that physically compresses an incredibly wide horizontal view. By squishing the picture, it safely packs twice as much information onto a standard boxy film frame. At this stage in the process, the camera has successfully recorded a massive panoramic scene onto the physical film strip. But the image currently saved on that film looks severely distorted, tall and skinny. Obviously, you can't show a film where actors look squished. This graphic shows the severe distortion straight out of the camera. To fix this, the projector uses a special reverse lens to take that squished image and stretch it horizontally back out. Once the image is optically stretched, you are left with a sprawling, gorgeous widescreen picture. It was this specific mechanical stretching trick, squeezing the world into a tiny square, then pulling it wide again, that gave Hollywood the visual scale necessary to save theaters. That physical squeezing and stretching process gets the job done, but it is not optically perfect. It leaves behind a few permanent visual side effects. Over the last few decades, audiences have watched so many blockbuster films shot this way that we've been conditioned to associate these optical flaws with a premium, expensive cinematic look. The most obvious symptom of an anamorphic lens hides right in the background of the shot. It's called bokeh, the soft, out-of-focus rings of light you see behind a subject. A normal spherical lens creates perfectly round circles of light. But because an anamorphic lens uses oval glass, it forces all of those background lights to stretch vertically into tall, distinct ovals. Spotting those oval lights is the easiest, most reliable way to reverse engineer exactly how your favorite movie was filmed. There is another, subtler side effect created by the anamorphic squeezing process: optical distortion right at the borders of the image. If you look closely at the outer edges, the lens noticeably bends straight vertical and horizontal lines, causing them to bow steadily outward. It also creates something called fall-off. While a standard lens stays perfectly crisp from edge to edge, the anamorphic lens introduces a dreamy, soft blur around the periphery of the image. Today, modern digital cameras shoot in widescreen natively. We don't technically need to squeeze a massive image onto a tiny square frame anymore. Yet contemporary filmmakers still purposefully attach these heavy 1950s lenses to modern cameras. They do it because that dreamy, imperfect, slightly bent reality has become the ultimate visual shorthand for telling an epic story. So the next time you're sitting in a theater watching a massive summer blockbuster, look past the actors. Find those blurry oval lights in the background. You'll be spotting a 70-year-old survival trick, still hiding in plain sight.